בואו נעשה חשבון. אם אני מקבל 3,200 שקל, אז נגיד שאני אלך לחו"ל ויחזור פעם ב3 חודשים, מדובר פה כמעט 10,000. זה לא כזה יקר, תחשוב, ונגיד שאני אחליט שאני רוצה ללכת לתאילנד ל3 חודשים. תסתכלו לתאילנד, כל מה שפה באירופה, אפריקה, אסיה, זה לא רחוק. מדינת ישראל ממוקמת בדיוק באמצע. זה כל חור שאני רוצה, והטיסה היא לא יקרה. לעומת זאת, טיסה לארצות הברית זה לחצות את העולם, לחצות את כדור הארץ. אבל לא מדובר פה בטיסה כזאת. אני חושב שהמקום הכי רחוק מישראל זה הוואי. וקליפורניה לא רחוק מהוואי. אז זה מה שנקרא לחצות את כדור הארץ, אבל זה לא המצב שלי, אם אני אבחר לאיזה מיקום קצת יותר קרוב, אתה מבין? זה יכול להיות אירופה, אסיה ואפריקה. למה? אבל שם דווקא, אני מתרחק מקושים, אני לא אוהב אותם. אני מעדיף לי שהם יישארו בסודן, ושהם ייהנו מתגמולים על הטבע האלים שלהם באפריקה. שכל אחד יישאר בחור שלו, אז אני אומר את זה בתור מישהו שעבד איתם תקופה בישראל פה במטבחים, רק איתם יכולתי להבין למה הישראלי היחידי שהוא טבח זה המנהל שלהם, ולעבוד איתם זה ממש בעייתי. כן, אני יכול לתאר לעצמי. לא, זה נורמלי בשבילם, זה כל הפואנטה של הדיבור פה. כן. נו, אז בגלל זה אני לא אלך לאפריקה, יש מספיק מקומות באירופה. אבל בינתיים אני פה בישראל, כי אני מסדר לעצמי כמה שיותר קצבאות וזכויות. ברגע שזה ייגמר, ברגע שאני אגיע לקצה, אז אני אחשוב, אולי אני אלך לאירופה, אני אתחזה לפליט סורי, ואז יתחיל למצוא גם מהם כסף, ואני אמצוץ מכמה מדינות כסף. מה, למה אתה מתכוון שאתה אומר זה המקום? למצוץ כן, כמה ממשלות. אתה שמעת בחדשות את הסיפורים על זה שאנשים זרים פשוט באים לשוודיה ומקבלים קצבאות ודיור ומלא דברים. אז זה ממש לא אגדה, זה משהו שקורה. זה לא רק שוודיה, זה כמה וכמה מדינות, כל הסיסטם שלהם באירופה. כן, אולי אני אולי אוכל לעשות קומבינה, שמע, קומבינה. אני אלך, אתה שומע? אני אלך ליהודה ושומרון, אני אתאסלם, אהפוך למחבל, יקבל אזרחות, ברגע שאני מקבל את האזרחות, אז אני הולך לשוודיה ואומר להם, תשמעו, ישראל מתעללים בי. ואז יום אחד, מה, האזרחות של, איך קוראים לזה? אזרחות פלסטין. אין להם פספורט. יש להם תעודת זהות מסוימת, לא? אם אני יודע שיש ישראלים שבאמת התאסלמו והיום גרים שם. אה, זה לא נכון, אמא שלי הלכה לירדן. אמא שלי הלכה לירדן לאיזה כמה ימים טובים, כמעט שבוע. 5 ימים. הבנתי. טוב, אז אתה יודע מה? לסיכום הנושא, כנראה נצטרך לשאוף כלים, כדי שאמא תהיה מבסוטה, ואז אם היא תהיה מבסוטה, היא תיקח אותי איתה לירדן, אני אתאמן על הערבית, ואז אני אחשוב הלאה, לאן אני הולך. שיהיה לך רפואה שלמה. כל טוב.
Attention please, this video was made thanks to our Boys Game League. They will get you out of the trenches. Show love.
To hop into game number 1 of our final series here for day 3. Nice, making his move forward. He's got that whirling jet. One more hit. He can do it. They're dropping everything they have. The universe has a drop jet, yet he gets it walked away. One chaotic offering used, a melee magic will fall. Now side. Everybody coming back in for me. They're fight back with a good drive. They're going out of the universe. He's dead. 2 minutes on the clock. Jamil is so long. They need to escape with Jamil. He can't pick it up. For 2 minutes, he's been forced into a fight back. Comes out on a fear. Refresher activated by all 11. Not going to give a chance for a second final roar. He's going to get pulled up inside the corner sphere. He's down and out. Evil Genius is still flying up. But here comes that on these flags. Bouncing around the chest. Even hoping to be able to go on his arm. But oh my God! The man can fail them. But he still managed to get himself playing the back. Twice. The point on the path. He's down there. He's now going to go for the he's deactivated. And now he's going to run himself away. Universe says he's back. Like it. He's dying. He's dead. He thinks like being able to do this. Geniuses are holding. Oh my God, he holds. They know he's going for the all-in-play second. He's back inside the radiant space. He's up and he's trying to get PPD, but the evil genius is full power collected. Holding this event here again. They show him signal here. And that's only the Warlock. It's only Megan Prince and Warlock who could defend this. Evil geniuses. The only Megan Prince and Warlock who could defend this. Evil geniuses. And they just got it. They can't end this game yet. They're going to try though. They're going to try for the Wizards. And it's a fine rank here. The other universe, they know. This is the end game scenario. 60 seconds without this jump. Evil. And they EG. Couldn't they cloud being beaten on it again? Just a full Chanel. Are they going on the fit here? No chaotic offering and on. Evil. Then realize that he's here for the drop point down. Game 1 is over. Evil geniuses. The impossible comeback made possible by EG. I can safely say I've never seen something like that. EG held out for so long. No buybacks available, but with 3 zeros and all takeoffs, they managed to hold their face. Game number 1 of our final series here for day 3. Nice, making his move forward. He's got that whirling jet. One more hit. He can do it. Whoa. There it is. First for Bendrihem. They're dropping everything they have. The universe has a drop jet, and he gets the time walk away. One chaotic offering used, a melee magic will fall. Now side. Everybody coming back in for me. They're fight back with a good drive level 2. They're going out of the universe. He's dead. 2 minutes off the clock. Jamil is so long. They need to escape with the bell. He can't make it go. Down for 2 minutes. He's been forced into a fight back. They hold. Make it great. Or initiation comes out on a fear. Repressor activated by Old 11 to get the chance for a second. Roar. He gets pulled up inside the corner sphere. He's down and out. Evil Genius is still by them. Here comes Ted on these blacks. Bounce around the tap. He's hoping to be able to go on his side. Oh my God! Samantha feels it, but he still managed to get himself on the back wipe. His face is pointing on the back. He's out there. He's now going to go for the deactivated. And now he's going to run himself away. He's not going to get a place on the whole thing. He might be able to do that. Evil Genius is their holding. Oh my God, they know he's going for the all play. What's up? He's got the radiant space. He's already taken down one of the tier 4s, and he's trying to get PPD, but Evil Genius is full power collected. They're holding this event here again, but they kill him here. Full power collected. They're holding this event here again, but they kill him here. One buyback, and that's only the Warlock. It's only making person Warlock who can defend this. Evil Geniuses. And they just done it. They can't end this game yet. They're going to try, though. They're going to try for the Wizards to have all and it's a fine ranger. For universe, they know this is the end game scenario. 16 seconds without this junk. Evil, can they hold EG? Confident they will. Here's the leaderboard being beaten on it again. Still chaotic, I'll bring it on. He'll take them out. Evil, he's in real life. Over the throat, down. Game 1 is over. Evil Geniuses. The impossible made possible by EG. I can safely say I've never seen something like that. EG held up for so long. No buybacks available. There were 3 zeros and all takeoffs. They managed to hold their base. Wow!
The prestigious Miracle Invoker, we are blessed. That team as we're seeing. Bottom lane, going to see the TV come from Marshall, looking to block Misery off here with the Treants. Resolution trying to hold them back, but it's not going to work. Liquid get themselves the first blood. Control TP, Miracle, thinking about trying to go for a play here. They'll set up with the Tornado and combo onto Misery. The turnaround's going to be attempted by Resolution and Moon again. Grabs Miracle, does have the full stuff to get himself out of there. Line Control, the Blade Man nearly up to turn around onto Resolution. Can he find the kill of the tower? He can. Line Control gets the kill on the backlines. GH jumping in with the slam already. They're planted on their loss too. Miracle trying to escape, but Weehaw throws out the chakram, gets the kill. Matumba tries to commit onto Moon, but he goes straight for the 3 on the clock and will survive. Saxa now tag teamed in with the Epi into Burst Strike. Matumba Man being brought down low. Weehaw cuts across. And they get Matumba Man's looking to Saxa, and he will find it, but Matumba Man pays with his life. We are now godlike with the double kill, and he's not done yet. He spots an Earthshaker. GH gets nuked down as well. Triple kill for the Timbers. More. Kuro does have the invis. Weehaw doesn't have any detection on him, so he won't get anything else, but nonetheless, again, an incredibly chaotic team fight. Planet all coming out on top. This Timbersaw up to 18 Bloodstone charges, and maybe even more here. Moon and Misery. They found Crow. They pop out the dust. They get Weehaw another. Straight up to 19. Looking to finish up that Lincoln Sphere as soon as he can. Odd on the prowl though, on their own jungle. Miracle does have to be careful here. They've got vision on him. Miracle, can he play his way out of this one? He's down on the man a little bit, turns around with the Tornado EMP, forces himself down. Weehaw continues to chase them, and there's Moon, straight in with a hook shot, trapping up GH. Burrow Strike comes in from Saxa, they've trapped Miracle. The force is there from Matumba Man, trying to get Miracle out of this one, but he's stunned up, nuked down by Weehaw Chakram, and now Weehaw beyond godlike, ready for more. They've taken down 2, they're looking for a third. the burst onto the man, and they'll get themselves another Planet Odd, getting absolutely out of control, and they're not done yet. Mind Control trying to hide behind the tree, but Saxa, Weeha, moves around him, take the Nature's Prophet as well, and it just doesn't stop. Weeha up to 24 Bloodstone charges.
Actually, for quite a while. He's 2 and 7. And
he's in trouble again. Yeah, Moon straight in with a hook shot, forces forward to cut out any sort of escape route from Matumba. He tries to make himself around the cogs. Up with the control. The Chakram slowing him down, allowing the cooldown from Resolution to connect. GA bring him down low. We'll save Matumba for the time being. Tornado flies through from Miracle. Looking for the there, but Weeha's already out to the sideline. We'll survive for the time being. Rezo looking to turn with the BKB moving forward as Moon hook shots back in, but Mind Control falls back to safety. That's a bit of a funny one. He's actually going to buy back for this. Wants to get himself back in. Doesn't want to let Weeha go down. Weeha using the Lotus to try and remove the first signs. The second one comes through. Moon with the hook shot after the buyback, cutting off Miracle and the rest of Liquid from being able to chase down the rest of his team. May pay with his life though. He's trapped up in the tree line. They've got more than enough physical. They'll punish Moon. Moon now down for 65 seconds on back of that dieback.
Pretty decent to be able to try to go for any picks in Misery
this
now.
GH just jumps in onto Misery, tries to go for a bit of a swag play, but there's Weeha with a swag attack, comes along with the Timber Chain, cuts down the Shaker. Can they get anything more out of this? Straight across, avoiding the EMP. Weeha with a big shot on the Timber Chain, cuts down the trees, doesn't give a damn about those. Looking towards Micro, will put the Playman and the Nature's right out, but Weeha continues to fight forward. Saxa blinks up, trying to get the Burrow Strike, but the quick silence is there from Mind Control, goes for the TP out. Sweet play from Mind Control there with that Orchid play. Making sure he could get back out to safety. No stun to worry about. The rest of his team could be in danger though. Weeha post the dust. Miracle a little too far away to chase. But down on the bottom lane, Matumba Man left high and dry by the looks of it. As Weeha comes across, Misery's there to back him up. I mean, Matumba's fairly tanky, but there's no way he gets out of this one as 4 members of Odd surround him and get the kill.
So tanky. But they are waiting until he's more isolated. And then if they're all 5 there, they really
maybe. Can they try for this? They're going to start to poke it and throw out a 15 blast video combo. He's brought down to half health. Matumba Man comes in with a BKB, focusing down Misery, takes the keep with the light, now turning towards the Timber with the Bloodthorn. They've got enough damage. With the BKB trying to fight back up against Matumba Man's fight, but he's pretty tanky. Indeed, Saxa from Miracle into the EMP. Liquid get themselves a third. This time, Liquid take the team fight down. Moon says, do you want another? As he comes in with the hook shot. And he may just give them another. The track's out, and that will be a bit of a freebie on top of it all. And so Rezo says, you want another? I'll throw my life as well. No, maybe not. It's a bit of a debate. Turns around, sets up for the double kill for Weeha. Does lose Rezo's life.
Invoker now hits level 25, and since it's Miracle, always takes the AoE Deafening Blast over the Tornado. Bottom lane.
Yeah, they find themselves a 3-1 here as Mike Charles cut out left alone, taken down once. Does have that Aegis and Liquid, they are heading over. Are they going to be able to try and re-engage off this? Watch GH. Can he find the positioning for the setup? He does have an Echo Sam available. Tries for a vision, but Saxa is quick on the plays. Comes in with a Burrow Strike. Holds back the Shaker. He still survives. No, he doesn't. Weeha finishes off the kill. Gets the double. We're going towards Miracle. Miracle with the redemptive blood for Resolution. Has to be already out. There's a homing missile going straight for the Invoker's face. Weeha chases, cuts down the Invoker, gets Kuro as well with the drive-by eliminate from Misery. Matumba Man will claim the kill, back up to full health with the cheese, but on, they surround him, they're taking down 3, they're going to take 4 as well as Matumba Man falls.
Able to isolate Mind Control, and then right there, all their big lockdown is gone from the fight. It's majority from the Earthshaker. Yeah. And the BKB's out, majority of Miracle's
and down bottom, they're pushing in, they're forced out a buyback from Matumba Man. Bringing the tier 3 down to half. GH comes in with the Echo, moves there with the response though. GH is punished. Resolution falling low. Gets the BKB out. Oh, he's going for the TP. Surely doesn't make it. He doesn't. Liquid will get the Gyro kill. Can they get anything more? Moon back again with the second hook shot on Matumba Man. Start to walk with the power of Mind Control. They'll take the clock as well. Liquid, 2 falls planted on the way.
That was both gems too. Stop the disables.
Oh, look at this wraparound coming in for Liquid off the back of this smoke. They know that the side of border on the high ground. Miracle's going to jump forward, but straight away the BKB comes out. In front of the air with Deafening Blast, falls himself down to the bottom. Saxa comes in with a burst. The enter. He catches 2, but the Echo Slam is out of response for GH. Trapping up by Kuroki, but it's not enough damage. The turnaround from Matumba, he looks to take down Moon. Kuroki to the life for the time being. We are transformed with the Seaver Scarf, but it's not going to clip onto Kuro. He'll survive. Mind Control traps up Misery. Has the Ghost Scepter for the time being. It's not going to be enough to save him. The Sunstrike connects. Misery's down. Planet Odd, they've lost 2. We are standing on. Can Liquid bring down the tower? Bloodthorn. He removes it with the Lotus. Uses himself up. Can he play himself out? Tries to get his way out of the tree line. Definitely Plus connects, but he's still alive. He's up to the high ground. Back down. No, he doesn't quite. Kuro will survive, but the biggest survivor is the fact that we are still alive in this team. Miracle. Can he continue to play around with the team? It's a setup for the tornado, but we are side steps to the side. Needs some backup. There'll be a TP coming in from Resolution. We are still has to survive for a bit more time before the backup's there. Here comes the gyro. GH trying to open up the homing missile. Trading on the same end, takes down the Shaker. We are still there, ready to turn. Resolution, pops the BKB, looks towards the side, trying to man him against Batuma, but Batuma man, he BKBs himself. We are continues to chase that mind control. Has the bounty rune if he wants it. He doesn't need it. He just needs to keep his life intact. Again, with the self fuels, should be able to change himself. But no, the sun is falling through. Removes him through the Lotus Orb. Back up to the high ground. Tries with the Shivas. Sunstride's going to be off the mark. We are ready to go back in with the nuke. Takes out another the whirling death. They have lost Rezo, but it's Liquid. They're losing the ball, but Toberman chased down. We are with the Shiva take gets the double kill. And Planet on aren't done yet. They're looking towards Miracle. Mind control by the Shrine. We are goes back along. Mind control wants the BKB just turn takedown Moon. We are still ready to go. Looking for mind control with the BKB TP out. Now we are feeling on top of the world now. With those Bloodstone charges in the lock. Planet Odd looking for find the jump in. They found GH. GH shows with a fish. He does catch three of them. The Echo Slam as well. GH bring the ball down low. The follow through from Invoker brings down the sidekick. Jump up to the high rebel. We are ready to up for GH. GH falling down. Kuroku throws down the Shuriken. We are does get silenced up, but he removes it with the Lotus Orb. Timber chase down. Looking to get the Sakura connection up to GH, but he doesn't quite find it. Miracle does he have the control. Finishes there over the middle. They finally kill him. They finally take down the Timber as Miracle gets the triple kill. Trying to get the vision out. With the tracks, we are immediately removing it with the Lotus. Actually on the sidelines, Miracle, he's coming pretty deep. They have the homing missile. Oh, that's going to set up for Moon to find the hook shot. Burrow strike as well. They'll push him out with the corpse into the collision of Miracle, trying to play himself out with the Hurricane Pike and the Tornado. But Moon's in there with a battery assault. They'll get the Invoker kill. And they're not done yet. We are coming across towards the middle lane. He's going to be held back by the Orls from Liquid. Odd will continue to chase though. Have they got the vision on Kuro? Doesn't look like they have. Kuro too far down to the south. Will survive. It is only Miracle going down, but I say only Miracle. That's a big kill. That's no Invoker for 80 seconds.
GH also positions
He's
himself
trying to shove this lane in.
Moon's in the area. Oh, hooks the neutrals though.
They may still get it though. Weehar's playing around with the Shaker, has the Yule set up, ready to go to town. GH goes for the Yules on him in the return, but there's a further Yule. They've got the control. GH will throw down the Echo, but he's not going to keep himself alive. As Liquid loses a second, into the pit they go, but Mind Control from the outside, tries to take down Misery, but Misery, oh, he will pick up Poppy to the Soulbone from the Bloodthorn, and will continue to take down Roche. Miracle's going to be back in 2 seconds though. Could certainly look at coming over for the fight, and indeed he does. TPing over to the Shrine, instant blink forward, no holding back from Miracle, drops the Tornado straight away. Saxon looking for him at the epicenter, blink forward, but can't quite close the gap. At the least, forcing the Invoker away. To buy more space for Odd, but there he comes! Miracle with the forward, definitely blast, Meteor down into the pit. They tried to finish off Roche, but GH is in there. They will get the snatch, they'll get the Roche and kill Liquid, but it will be the side of Planet Odd. Picking up the edges on Rezo. They take it down too. Mind Control trying to team himself out with the BKB, but the Magic Community works out. He gets yours up, they hold him back, they take down Mind Control. They've lost 4. Miracle quick with the blink out, trying to get himself out of this one. Jump for Moon! Has the battery assault, gets the connection. Miracle held back again with these deafening blasts. It's not enough to keep him alive with a magical burst from Weeha, who picks up the triple. Planet Odd. My goodness, Odd. Down to bottom, there's the buyback. He'll let one Rax go Miracle, but he won't let a second one go for now. Has to buy back to hold. There's the initiation. Bleeds forward with the Tornado. EMP as well. The connection onto Rezo. They will let the Vibe Strike sent back in. Moon comes in with the sideline. Immediately Hex up Ginger with a double there. Saxa with the counterplay. Boris Strike onto 2. But Timberman pops the BKB. Tries to look for Misery, but Misery moving out of it with the Ghost Scepter. But Timber can't quite get the kill. Moon will buy back. Trying to get himself back into the fray. Cold snap. Sunstrike will pop the edges on Resolution. The Planet Odd still ready to stick around. They know that there's no buyback on these two as Liquid with no Shaker, no Bounty Hunter for a good minute. Jump forward, looking for Miracle, but he's shoved down a friend.
Here's an important issue from the New York Times from Joanne Spatero. Ms. Spatero is a New York-based writer who's engaged to a transgender woman, which is to say, a man, and a biological man. And here is the piece from the New York Times, because the New York Times only traffics in the most important ideas, right? The things that we all have to come to grips with as a society. No, not like religious freedom or the value of life, not stuff about whether the government ought to be involved in your healthcare decisions. No, what they have to be involved in is explaining how it is that a woman and a man who's had some hormone treatments can have a baby, and it's the same thing as two lesbians magically having a baby, which is weird. Weird. Okay, so here's what it says. Our society may have lost its morals just a little. Okay, so here's what the New York Times piece from Joanne Spatero says. Over the last several months, I've spent evenings watching my fiancée, Lara, inject herself with smaller and smaller doses of estrogen. Lara, again, is a biological man. I've watched her stand in front of a mirror, singeing each hair out of her face with a secondhand electrolysis machine. The return of her testosterone hasn't resulted in just the resurgence of facial hair. Her pants now fit differently, too. My own skin has been plagued by acne since I got off the pill 6 months ago, and my default states are angry, hungry, or sleeping. Such are the perils of trying to have a child the way Lara and I are trying, without in vitro fertilization or cryogenically frozen. The way first gender people do. They simply couple up and boom, a child is born. I'm not sure why there are perils involved with this. I've done it twice. It was great. Okay, let's be real about this. Make babies, pretty awesome. People have been doing it for hundreds of thousands of years. Not seeing the tough part here. And not seeing the reason we have to have a, let's look at this, 1,200-word essay on you having sex with a dude who thinks he's a lady. Not sure why that is worthy of space in the New York Times, but all right. All right, I love that everything, like, if you could run a scam, right? Let's say, it's so funny, folks on the left are constantly thinking that, the Bible thumpers, the people who believe in things like actual biology, that these people, what they're really seeking to do is they want to take lesbians and they want to marry them off to men and force them into a situation where they have to have biological children with a male. I guess all we have to do now is declare that the man's a woman, and then we're good, right? I mean, this woman's a lesbian, but she's having sex with a full-on man because the man is a woman, but not really, because he says he's a woman because he has some sort of mental disorder. And this is, again, worthy of coverage in the New York Times. For many young people, the question of having babies is likely the last thing on mind. You could blame them. Like all young people, they're figuring out their future, and matters of diapers and breastfeeding seem abstract and far off. But unlike all young people, young trans people are often making choices that have long-term consequences for their fertility, which is part of how I, a 32-year-old cisgender lesbian, and Lara, my 33-year-old trans fiancé, came to be in the situation we're in today, trying to conceive a child, even though Lara transitioned nearly 4 years ago. Well, Lara transitioned sort of. Lara still has the non-Lara parts, right? Lara still has the John parts, or whatever Lara's previous name was, or dead name, as they say. I didn't even vaguely realize I wanted biological kids until my mid-20s. Before then, I'd vaguely imagined children would simply come to me a la Auntie Mame or Diane Keaton in Baby Boom. I'd inherit them from a long-lost relative and simply slot them into my independent, modern life. Little did I know that in just a few years, I'd be staying up to read studies in which scientists combined the eggs of 2 female rats to make a child, hoping for 50 more years on the planet so I'd be around when they began testing on humans. But you don't need them to combine 2 female eggs. You're having sex with a dude who has sperm. So that's odd. Again, the reason that I highlight this is just to demonstrate that when you cast out biological distinctions and pretend that science is something that science is not, you end up with bizarre notions like the idea that it's some sort of great earth-shaking event when a man and a woman have sex and promote and create a baby, because the man is taking some hormone treatment. Also, this article is making a case that I'm pretty sure this writer doesn't want to make, right? Which is that it may be worthwhile for transgender people not to actually mutilate their own genitals. That it may be worthwhile for them to keep the genitals that they have so they can actually procreate when they choose to do so. And this is actually the subtle case that is being made by this article, but it's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. So at the very end, Joanne Spatero actually says that. She says, the truth is, some people know from the beginning they never want kids. Even those who thought they were sure can one day find themselves feeling differently, especially if they meet someone they'd love to blend genes with. These people can then find that permanent decisions made early on may have closed doors before they even knew they wanted to open. So pretty that the conclusion of the article is the conservative conclusion that you may want to wait to have hormone treatment and mutilate your body because you think that you're a member of the opposite sex, because you might never know what sort of choices you want to make later. So, but this is what happens when a society decides to purposely confuse itself about basic concepts like what gender constitutes. It is pretty obvious that this is having a significant impact on the society at large. Now, I guess the government is going to tell your children how to think about these issues. So on Monday, a feminist writer named Jessica Valenti, and she made pretty clear why a lot of conservatives are looking to homeschool their kids. Okay, she tweeted out this. She tweeted out, to the folks who find LGBT language confusing, if my daughter's second grade class gets it, so can you. And here is what the picture that she tweeted out says. It says, lesbian, a woman who has only romantic feelings about women. Gay, a man who has only romantic feelings about men. Bi, a person who has romantic feelings about men and women. Why would a 7-year-old need to know these things, you ask? Because we have to indoctrinate them at 7 years old. Otherwise, they'll turn out to be intolerant Americans. Transgender, a person who is assigned male or female at birth but doesn't identify that way. Okay, that is so anti-scientific, I cannot even begin to explain it. Okay, you're not assigned male or female at birth. It's not like the doctor sits there and flips a coin and goes, you know what? You're a male. I just figured it out. You know, we're going to assign it to you. Right? Just like you're given an assignment in class. No, the doctor looks at the pee-pee or the juju and then says, you are a male or a female. Okay, this is really not difficult. Seriously, the doctor does not assign sex at birth. By the way, if you're going to say the doctor assigns sex, assigns it, then you're going to have to go back to the ultrasound, because by 10 weeks, you know whether your baby's a boy or a girl. In fact, we can tell even earlier than that in some cases simply by looking at the mother's bloodstream, because because certain cells from the baby are present in blood tests for the mother, and you can tell whether the baby is a boy or a girl. It's not assigned. I mean, this notion that sex is some sort of social construct is so insane, or that gender is completely untethered from sex. It doesn't even make sense according to the advocates of transgenderism. If gender and sex are completely untethered, then why is it that transgender people want to appear to look like women? Why is it that transgender people find it important to use female names? If all this is untethered from sex and completely arbitrary, then wouldn't you just assume you could be transgender without picking up any of those cultural stereotypes that have been created by that patriarchal white cisgender society? And also, these second graders are learning a person who is assigned male or female at birth and does identify that way is a cisgender person. A queer person, it's complex and can mean a lot of things. A person who doesn't identify as straight or bi or gay or lesbian. Well, thanks for that clarification. And straight is a man who only has romantic feelings about women, or a woman who only has romantic feelings about men. Again, I'm so glad that second graders are learning this in Jessica Valenti's second grade child's class. Very important stuff. The reason I bring this up is because the same government that says it gets to decide whether your child should live or die in Britain is the same government that gets to decide whether your school teaches you this propaganda or not. Okay, so
Chapter 1,
there's a Jewish school
laying
in Britain.
plans.
It's been threatened for 2
Sun
years
Tzu said,
by the British authorities because it is a Jewish school, meaning they do not want to teach propaganda from the LGBT left. They're not interested in teaching about the moral equivalence between heterosexual sex and homosexual sex. They're not interested in teaching about the socially approved ideas of transgenderism. They say that God made men and God made women, and there are some people who are born intersex, not the same thing as transgenderism. That school is now being threatened with its license license revocation in Britain. Okay, so the same government that's telling you how to raise your child is telling you when your child has to die. Centralized government is such a nightmare. This is why it sort of matters when you see these pieces that seem to be on the wild left, because everything that starts off on the wild left ends up on the mainstream left within about 5 minutes. And the whole goal here is indoctrination of children. And you can see this even insofar as there's another story that's insane. Apparently, according to LifeSite News, transgender activists gathered outside a Rhode Island Catholic church last week. It's a Catholic church, for God's sake, to protest a lecture delivered by pediatrician Michelle Cotella, who views affirming transgenderism in kids as a form of child abuse. Okay, it's a Catholic church. What do you think she is going to say? By the way, I tend to agree with this position. I tend to agree with the position that if my 2-year-old came to me and said, Daddy, I'm a girl, and I said to him, you know what, you're right, kid, you're a girl. Ignore all your biology, you're a girl. That purposefully confusing children is a form of child abuse, I think that there's a solid case to be made for this. Michelle, certainly the idea of generally mutilating or hormonally mutilating children, I think, is a form of child abuse, pretty obviously. In any case, Michelle Cretella is president of the American College of Pediatricians, and she's made it her mission to highlight the harmful effects of gender transitioning on children, according to Paul Bois over at Daily Wire. At the time of her comments, Rhode Island had recently enacted a law stripping parents of their right to object to providing treatment for gender transition to children who showed signs of gender dysphoria. And the Roman Island Catholic explained the law, quote, "Last year, the state of Rhode Island made it illegal for a licensed medical professional to counsel a child away from the desire to change his or her gender identity. Yet it remains legal to inject that same child with hormone blockers and cross-sex hormones. Currently, Rhode Island public schools are deciding how to implement statewide transgender policies that would open up bathrooms, locker rooms, and sports teams to anyone who claims to be the opposite gender from their biological sex." One thing, Dari, that if you're a parent, you should be allowed to make a terrible decision about forwarding your child's transgender feelings. I say it's a terrible decision because studies show that well over 80% of all children who believe they are transgender when they're children outgrow it by the time they're teenagers. Very often they end up gay or lesbian. But the state has now mandated that everyone be indoctrinated with these ideas. And it's a very short leap from here to the idea that homeschooling itself should be illegal. So a lot of Christians, a lot of Jews have started taking their kids, Muslims too, have started taking their kids out of public schools and educating their children at home to avoid these social leftist strictures. Well, the state is not going to stand for that. The state is going to say that you are not licensed to do that and your kid is a truant. And then they will say next that if your kid does not learn what the state wants your kid to learn, then they will take your kid away from you and give them up to foster care. They'll send in Child Protective Services. I'm predicting this right now. Okay, you can mark the date. I've been predicting this for months now. You can mark the date. Today is April 25th. Within 5 years, there will be a serious movement in this country to end homeschooling simply because everyone on the left believes that homeschooling is a threat to their social values. And the case will be made that you're bringing up kids to be intolerant. That you're bringing kids to be cruel and nasty. Parental power will shrink as the power of the state grows. So anyway, this woman, Cretella, Dr. Cretella, she was speaking at the St. Pius V Church in Providence and 40 LGBT activists showed up outside, and then they started protesting her. It's just astonishing. Again, they're protesting churches. This is why when people on the left say, "Why do you feel so threatened by all of this?" Hey, you can do what you want. It's a free country. You know, go to whatever lefty church you want to go to. Don't go to church at all. I don't care. Right? Be gay, be lesbian, be transgender. You're an adult. Your decision. Okay? As a religious person, I can think your decisions are sinful. Doesn't matter. It's a free country. You can think I'm an idiot. But I will tell you that once you start going outside churches and protesting traditional churches, suggesting those traditional churches have to change their ways or face your wrath, you're talking about something deeply disturbing and fascistic in the extreme.
First Lady Melania Trump has engineered her own diplomatic triumphs recently, first as a dignified White House representative at the Barbara Bush funeral this weekend, and then over the last 2 days as the flawless hostess of the French First Family, including at tonight's state dinner. Well, maybe Melania will finally get some of those magazine covers that featured Michelle Obama so prominently and frequently, but I won't hold my breath. To discuss all of this, we're joined by Fox News contributor Rachel Campos-Duffy, along with the publisher of Catalina Magazine, Kathy Aru. Great to see both of you. Let's start with you, Rachel. Melania has had to endure Jimmy Kimmel mocking her accent. I know he apologized. That's fine. But, you know, she's not gotten the cover of Vogue 5 times in the first year like Michelle. I'm exaggerating, but you know what I'm saying. Right. And she's been scrutinized by...
Oh my God.
Oh my God, let's see it. Babe.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be an absolute mess, a train wreck, and a joke in every sense of the word. I was recently dared, and I cannot say no to a dare. The person who dared me was this human right here, Joseph. He dared me to live my life for a day, a 24-hour cycle of my life as a man, to detransition for a day basically. And you guys know I transitioned like 3 years ago, so it's going to be an experience. We're going to change my whole look. We're going to, send me out into the world, onto the streets of Hollywood once again, for the sake of having fun and doing something that's the world and experience. We're going to change my whole look. We're going to, send me out into the world, onto the streets of Hollywood once again, for the sake of having fun and doing something that's probably going to be really, really difficult.
You've never done anything, man. You've never even pumped gas.
I have never in my life pumped gas, but that's only because I'm terrible at driving. I should not be behind a wheel. Joseph does not let me drive.
I got all kinds of really fun stuff for you too. Like
what?
Okay, so I was thinking maybe we go to Home Depot and have to go in, pick up some stuff, like some tools and stuff. And then
Never done that.
Have you ever hollered at a chick before? Okay, depending on how convincing your outfit is, I want you to holler at some chicks.
Oh,
grab a beer at a bar or something.
my God, I don't drink beer.
And men drink beer.
So clearly Joey has this entire thing figured out, but we're going to see what happens. So keep watching to see me live my life for a day. All right, today is the day. It is the day that we're filming this Living as a Man video. We are here early in the morning as soon as Ross opened, and we're going to get some new clothes for me, obviously, because I don't think this is going to do. But I think these shoes are fine now.
No.
Okay. Well, regardless, we're going to make it work. We're going to get me a whole new attire, and this is step one. So let's go buy some clothes. Bilingual. So we're in the men's section. I don't think I've been in a men's section since I was probably like 10 or 11. Or if we're buying new clothes.
Oh my
That's
God.
about it.
You would look so funny.
Oh. I'm gonna look so funny. How's this something that I can't do today?
Yeah, this is meta, what you're doing. It's like Inception. You're like Inception.
Tranny inception.
Transception.
Naturally gravitated towards like all the women's clothes. But I won't. We're here for a reason, people. So let's see if these shoes fit.
Put those flippers in there.
They fit. They fit really, really perfect. Oh my God,
That's so boyish.
they're so cute.
Let's do it. Like, that's perfect. Here's men's small. Because you're a small man. Today you're small.
Is this the shirt?
That's the shirt. For sure. That's like a guy's shirt. Like, a girl would never wear that.
This is so cute. This is so cute. Extensions off.
Are you ready? I don't know if I want to see you like this. Oh God. Is this the reveal right now? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let's see it. Babe. What's up, bro?
You may think you see who I really am. I look like a lesbian.
Oh.
Here's me. I feel like I look like a lesbian. Don't you agree? I look pretty bad.
You look like a lesbian.
What's the first thing we're doing?
The first thing is Sunday morning. Shotgun a beer. All right, shotgun a beer. This is very basic man stuff. So you get something sharp, poke it in the bottom of the beer.
You're getting wet.
Are you following along?
Yeah.
And then you crack the top and you chug through the hole you just did.
Ew.
Let's do it, bro. Yeah, crack it, crack it. So chug to the hole. Chug the whole thing.
Chug!
Ew.
Okay, yeah, you're not supposed to be sitting like that either, Blaine. As in, like, uncross your legs, let it hang out. Yep. There you go, bro. Yep, get comfy. So this is harder than it looks because the first thing Blair did before we leave is reach for her purse, which you cannot have. All right, babe, let's just go to Home Depot. If you're feeling confident, we'll just try it. I mean,
You still love me like this?
I still love what's on the inside.
Oh.
Stop walking like that. Fuck it, babe. I'm gonna need 3 of those. Perfect.
I can't get it.
Well, don't press the trigger until it's in there. Oh, now you press it again.
Is it going?
Push it in, and then pull the trigger.
Okay, good.
You're pumping gas. How does it feel?
Gross. I feel like there's probably a million people that touch this.
Nice. Well, I think you missed this stuff. All right, this is Slim Jim. Every man, every self-respecting man has eaten or currently eats Slim Jims. Yeah, feel that meat course through your veins. Oh, don't let it touch the floor. I want the rest of it.
All right, we're here at Joey's office now. This is the shed with all the, I guess, manly stuff in it, and we're definitely going to chainsaw some stuff today. Right?
Oh, yeah.
I hate you.
Men aren't scared of bugs. You did it. How do you feel? All right, so we had quite the day, and the way that men like to relax and unwind at the end of the day is, a nice glass of scotch and fat Cuban cigar. So we're gonna give you scotch on the rocks, ice cubes. Those are rocks. Oh, Cuban cigar, scotch on the rock. There you go.
What's the point of this?
Wait, do it a few more times just without me talking. Nice.
And this looks like pee.
It's not. It's very expensive, good scotch.
Okay, it's been 12 hours, and I think I'm tapping out. I wanted to go the full 24, but I really can't do it. This is so uncomfortable for me. This is not my nature.
I think you did okay. You know what? You did man up and actually try a few man things.
Joey, you had me chainsaw, you had me smoke a cigar, you had me drink scotch, you had me pump gas. That is not anything I would ever do in my life.
Yeah, you're
All
right.
of those things are outside my comfort zone. So I feel like I did pretty good for this video.
You did great.
So if I were to do this video or a similar video again, comment below, let me know what I should do next time, what I did wrong this time. I cannot wait to see everyone's feedback on this damn video. But until next time, there's no hair to flip, but I'll see you in the next video. YouTube recently demonetized all of my videos. If you'd like to support this channel, fight YouTube censorship, and keep the videos coming, please consider pledging on patreon.com/BlairWhite.
Go at an angle. Be very careful. Hold on tight. Oh, why is that? Oh, it's a holiday?
This video is sponsored by me. My official merch store is now online. This is a great way to support the channel and also get an awesome shirt, hoodie, mug, or a pair of socks. Link in the description.
Hey Ben, how are you?
Hey, doing okay. How are you?
Pretty good. So this is sort of something that's been really highly requested on my end, on my channel. I think pretty much since the beginning of me coming on YouTube, people have said, talk to Ben, talk to Ben, talk to Ben. Okay. So glad it's finally happening. And this is sparking from an appearance.
Who's the greatest person who ever lived? It's me. Everybody else sucks. I've got a Grammy and 4 top 10 hits. Clearly, that makes me the best. This is the most awesome nerd. The obnoxious song ever heard. Why would you want to be yourself? You should pick me and no one else. You suck. Look at you. What is wrong with me? Yo, need a new red hair, yo, and a giraffe hood. Yo, here, take these dudes. Hey, are you trying to make us look just like you? That's what we don't want to. If you don't want the beats, man, you must be a real dumb man. Here, wear these robes that and through these legs, man, everyone but me is flawed. So you should all quit your job and become entertainers, just like me, Megan Trainor. What are you trying to do? Please stop to make you more like me, not you. You sorry can't work, Megan, please stop it. But you both are total dog shit. I'm great. What's wrong with these people who cannot say that they should want to? That's just exactly like me. Hold on, Megan. I believe that I can help them to understand. Quick, please tell me your plan. I'm working on this machine that can map out all of the genes. Then any creature that walks in will come out a clone of Megan. Hell yeah! Yo, and you prepare to be improved. Step up and walk right through. Come on, you go through. This is so great. Everyone has mapped this. The world's a better place. You save the human race. Now I can see just what love really means. That's why I'm not asking. Will you all marry me?
Yo guys, thanks for watching my Me Too parody. If you want to see the rest of my amazing parodies, click the link down below or click this sexy box right here. Special thanks to Alex Barnum and Shira Lazar for being in this parody. You can check out their channels by clicking their faces up top. Don't forget to follow me on Musical.ly if you do not already. My username is Bart Baker. Definitely add me on there, ASAP. You can get the original song on iTunes. The link is down below. Also, you can get this version as well. Click right above my head, little eye thing, or down here in the description box. If you want to check out the bloopers for this, which I highly recommend because they're freaking hilarious, the link is down here or right over here. Snapchat me what parody to do next. Send me your ideas to Bart Baker on Snapchat, and maybe I will pick your idea. Till next time, guys, even though Megan Trainor was trying to brainwash everyone into thinking they should all be exactly like her, just remember, you guys should be yourselves. Be positive and enjoy who you are. You don't have to be Megan Trainor to be happy. God, Megan. Oh.
Because this song's all about being big, suck a dick, being people. If you are super thin, you're evil. This catchy tune's message should have been we're equal, but it seems them with me. Yeah, it's kinda clear. I like to eat food, but I can write me hit songs and I sing them too. I see these skinny girls that get super famous, so I say, hey, why not?